14. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Southern Connecticut State University Undergraduate Commencement Ceremony. I hereby declare the 2014 Undergraduate Commencement convened. Please stand and join our soloist in the singing of America the Beautiful, and remain standing for the invocation.
This is the day the Lord has made, and we are glad. It is a bittersweet day for me. Today, we send all of you wonderful young people out into that great big world. And so many we have become friends with. I bid a bon voyage to 6 in particular. It has been my pleasure to work with, pray with, celebrate with over the last 5 years. About a month ago, we were gathered together, and there was a real feeling among them that filled the room. I could almost hear them singing to each other, "You're going to make it after all." Thank you. Good and gracious God, we gather this afternoon to recognize the achievements of the 2014 Southern Connecticut State University undergraduate students. We thank you for the gift of these graduates, the university staff, faculty, the graduates' parents, family, and of course their benefactors. We praise you for the gift our students engaged during the years of study by recognizing and using your gifts of knowledge, wisdom, courage, fortitude, prudence, and awe over the course of their undergraduate studies, which they have now completed with success and accomplishment. accomplishment known to few. We pray in anticipation of the next leg of the journey these graduates are about to begin. We pray that they, with every breath they take, may continue to use your gifts to assist you in creating your kingdom here on earth in their future studies, work, and relationships. I paraphrase the great prophet and poet Isaiah. Ahead of you, children, lies the promised land. As we travel through the desert, we are gathered together by our God, confident that he will bear us on wings to our destinations. Take great delight that you stand unfettered and unencumbered because you are surrounded by eternal love. May you always have your strength renewed by the Lord. May you walk and not grow faint. May you run and not grow weary. And may you always, always be borne on the wings of an owl. Amen.
Good morning. Dr. Papazian, members of the platform party, faculty, staff, alumni, family and friends, and graduating seniors. My name is Chelsea Shalizzi, and it has been an honor to serve as the senior class president and to speak today on behalf of the class of 2014. Before I begin, let's take a moment to congratulate ourselves for all of our accomplishments and to getting to where we are today. Graduation, finally. Although we have taken individual paths to get here, one thing is for certain. It has been a journey, and today we celebrate it together. Over the past 4 or 5 years, we have been inspired and challenged by talented faculty and supported by an amazing staff. We've had intellectual discussions in Engelman, created masterpieces in Earl, conducted intense research in the labs of Jennings, practiced our leadership skills in the student center meeting rooms, competed to win on athletic fields, and have been pushed to be our best, and I believe that we should be proud of these accomplishments. Although we've helped each other along the way and have been guided by so many here at Southern, we have also been supported our whole lives by those closest to us. Let's take a moment to thank the mothers, fathers, grandparents, siblings, children, aunts and uncles, cousins, friends old and new, mentors, hope I didn't forget anyone, to those people who have guided and supported us and helped make this dream a reality. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Without your love and support, we wouldn't be here today. Now, a true graduation speech has to contain a lot of thanks, a story, some advice, and a quote from some famous philosopher. So far, we've thanked quite a few people, and now here comes a story, advice, and a quote in that order. I think my story may sound familiar to most of you. It begins with the first day of college. I knew nobody and nothing about this place, and I had no idea what I was in for. I worried a lot about every little thing because I wanted to find friends and make a good impression on everyone. I worried about what I was wearing, where I sat in class, what I ate at con, what clubs I should join, and if I looked okay in my Facebook default. It's safe to say that I worried a good part of my college career away. I think we all did in some way or another. Think about this. You worried about making it from Engelman to Davis with just 10 minutes in between your classes, but you know you picked up a light jog and made it there just in time. You worried about the fact that your umbrella turned inside out in the pouring rain as you crossed the bridge to the student center, but it happens to the best of us, and you gave the people behind you a pretty good laugh. You worried about how many people would judge you as you finished your 3rd plate at con. It's okay, we've all been there. You worried during your first time on campus thinking you wouldn't make any friends, but look at the people sitting next to you right now. It's killing you knowing that you have to leave them after this, isn't it? Most recently, we've been worrying about graduate school applications, finding a job, and especially about the somewhat unfortunate probability that we will be moving back in with our parents. Sorry, Mom and Dad, love you. But we know that no matter what we do with our lives today, we are going to make the best of it. See, we worry so much about things that don't even really matter, and we miss out on time to enjoy what life is really about. My advice to you is to just stop worrying. In the end, it really only takes time away from being happy. So we've had a story, I've given you advice, and now here comes the quote. You You all know these two great philosophers, Simone and Pumbaa, yeah? The quote is Hakuna Matata, and I need you all to sing along with me because both my ukulele and my singing skills are not up to par. Are you guys ready? You better sing along, please. Please. Okay. Hakuna Matata. Sing with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. I'm going to move this down. Okay. I'm starting over. Starting over. Ready? Okay. All right. All right. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. All right, here we go. Ready? One more time. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. I blame Eric LaCharity for that, wherever you are. Okay. It is now my honor that I introduce to you a woman who accepted the challenge of leading our great institution and during her first 2 years has transformed Southern and reaffirmed our place on the higher education map. Her vision and commitment to students and their success was felt immediately upon her arrival. Please join me in welcoming our president, Dr. Mary Papazian.
Now you know why she was class president. I have to say, I saw the ukulele down there, and I wondered who was going to use it. I thought it might be Mr. Asner. But no. We've lost control already, and I haven't even said thank you, Chelsea. It's wonderful to hear such inspiring words from one of our student leaders. And I have to say that during my presidency, I have been highly impressed by the quality of our students and the sheer sacrifice, determination, and hard work that they have put in to achieve their goals. That is why our undergraduate commencement ceremonies always hold a special resonance here at Southern. And today, for you, our May graduates, all that effort comes to happy fruition. Congratulations to the class of 2014. Everyone join me in a big round of applause. Of course, all of you know that this is really just a beginning, a commencement after all. And indeed, in just a few minutes, you will take a small step onto this stage and make a giant leap into a future that may at first seem challenging, that is truly filled with potential. You may be approaching that future with some trepidation, but I assure you that with your Southern diploma in hand, you are well prepared to enter the job market. For while training in workforce-related skills is certainly important, whether you are a nursing, business, education, or my favorite, English major, I say that because that's what I did, we have also sought to provide you with the intellectual toolkit that you will need to forge a successful career in today's knowledge-based economy. Jeff Salingo, the author of College Unbound, The Future of Higher Education and What It Means for Students, suggests that at a time when the economy of the young 21st century is changing at such a rapid pace, a foundation in the liberal arts is more important than ever before. He writes that, quote, "The skill sets that students develop in the liberal arts are incredibly important to a future world where the jobs of tomorrow just don't exist today, and the jobs of 4 years from now that everyone's training for might already be gone." Last year, the Association of American Colleges and Universities released the results of a national survey of employers that describes what college graduates need to succeed in the new global economy. the findings clearly underscore the importance of a liberal arts education. More than 90% of those surveyed said that, quote, a demonstrated capacity to think critically, communicate clearly, and solve complex problems is more important than a candidate's undergraduate major. More than 9 in 10 wanted those they hire to demonstrate ethical judgment and integrity, intercultural skills, and the capacity for continued new learning. More than 3/4 of employers wanted more emphasis on critical thinking, complex problem solving, written and oral communication, and applied knowledge in real-world settings. And the same percentage would recommend this kind of education to a young person they know as the best way to prepare for success in today's global economy. As Apple founder Steve Jobs stated during his 2010 speech launching the iPad, it's in Apple's DNA that technology alone is not enough. It's technology married with liberal arts, married with the humanities, that yields the results that make our hearts sing. So, graduates of 2012, step forward with confidence and remember that a good education, a Southern education, is ultimately all about finding the right balance, much like life itself. Earning a college degree isn't simply about getting a job or making a career, however important those goals might be. A good education also allows us to live and experience life more fully and freely, to pursue a greater range of fulfilling opportunities and contribute to a society in myriad positive ways. In short, to become the engaged citizens on which our democracy depends. As a soon-to-be graduate of Southern Connecticut State University, you have a contribution to make to society, and each of you has a responsibility to think about what that contribution can be. To quote the writer Mitch Albom, Chelsea, I have the quote in there, "The way you get meaning into your life is to devote yourself to loving others, devote yourself to your community around you, and devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning." Albom, who spoke at Southern last semester, is a best-selling author of Tuesdays with Morrie and other novels. But he also gives back to his community, in his case, the city of Detroit, Michigan, through several charitable initiatives that he started. Much of his charitable work is aimed at helping the homeless by raising funds for shelters and repairing the buildings in which shelters are housed. He also started a scholarship fund to make it possible for disadvantaged children to study the arts. I admire Mitch Albom for his work helping others and for his ability to communicate how important that is. He saw the needs in his community, and he is taking action to address those needs. Loving others, serving the community, and creating meaning in your own life, this is what it's all about. And so my final message to you is, never take for granted the opportunity to think, the privilege to serve, and the chance to make a contribution wherever you may be. Because what you do with everything that you have learned and experienced at Southern will ultimately help shape the character of the times in which we live. In the words of the iconic South African leader Nelson Mandela, who inspired millions worldwide with his courage and timeless devotion to uplifting those in need, "There is no passion in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living." So, graduates of 2014, the degree you will receive today represents a wonderful accomplishment. I hope for you it is just the first of many on your journey through life. Our congratulations to all of you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the new mayor of the city of New Haven. This is her first appearance at our undergraduate commencement ceremony as mayor, but she is no stranger to Southern, nor to public higher education in general. As a state senator, she served 11 consecutive terms, representing the 10th Senatorial District and its residents in Western New Haven and Northern West Haven. She led the legislature's Budget Writing Appropriations Committee for 6 terms and was at the forefront of efforts to improve early literacy and bridge Connecticut's achievement gap. Thanks to her active support at the state capitol, we have a new home for the School of Business. The Bewley Library renovation is being completed, and a new science building is under construction. We thank you, Mayor Harp, and all let us please welcome the New Haven Mayor, Toni Harp, to the podium.
To President Papazian, faculty, staff, family, and friends, and especially the graduating class of 2014. Good morning. It is such a pleasure for me to be among you today for this exciting event. I love graduations, and I'm honored to be here with you for this one. Your graduating class will forever hold a special place in my heart. You are the first class to graduate from Southern during my time as mayor. I'm sure each one of you will agree your new degree is hard-earned and well-deserved. Enjoy your success, the success you've attained, and enjoy this sense of accomplishment. You have every right to be proud, and I want you to know that I am proud of you. I want to take a moment to comment on your presence in New Haven. And I always say that New Haven is the greatest small city in America. New Haven would not be the same culturally, economically, and politically without its college students. That's right. New Haven needs your energy. New Haven needs your energy. And you will get another ball in your life, I promise. New Haven needs your energy, ideas, and enthusiasm. None of that changes after today. In fact, with your new degree, New Haven needs you and your youthful exuberance more than ever. Employers need your new skills and abilities. For those of you inclined to start a business of your own, employees need the jobs you'll create. New Haven welcomes you and stands ready to embrace your contributions to our community. Congratulations indeed. I wish you all good things along your particular path, wherever it may lead. And last night, since we're doing quotations, I heard a quotation that I think really means something. So whatever it is that you do, make sure it's something that feeds your soul. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Harp. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the Platform Party, and I ask the audience to please hold your applause until all have been introduced. James Furlong, University Chaplain. Mary Ann Kennedy, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. James Blake, Executive Vice President, Finance and Administration. Tracy Tyree, Vice President for Student Affairs. Robert Stamp, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. Jay Bailey, Chief of Staff and Vice President for Organizational Development. Kimberly Crone, Associate Vice President for Enrollment Manager. Rick Riccardi, Associate Vice President for Institutional Effectiveness. Peter Troiano, Assistant Vice President and Dean of Students. Pamela Lassiter, Director of Diversity and Equity. Christina Baum, Director of Library Services. Chelsea Salisi, President, Class of 2014. William Ferraculis, Mace Bearer and President of the Faculty Senate. Robin Kenefick, University Banner Bearer and member of the Administrative Faculty Senate. And our platform marshals, Anna Rivera Alfaro and Greg Carrere. Finally, Anisha Smith, our commencement soloist, and Craig Lavick, the director of our University Wind Ensemble, which is in the other side of the building. Applause for them all. It is also my pleasure to introduce our faculty who are with us today, who have had a remarkable role in the education of our students. And faculty, please stand so the audience can applaud you. At every commencement during recent years, we have devoted a few minutes in our program to welcoming the class that is celebrating its 50th reunion. It is a way for us to reach across the years to embrace the many people who preceded us at our university. When the class of 1964 graduated, it was a time of transition for this institution. Just a few years before, we had purchased the first 37 acres of the farmland on which our university stands today. And we recently had made the change from a teacher training institution to the fully comprehensive Southern Connecticut State College. These students were just the 5th class to receive their diplomas as graduates of SCSC. I am happy to announce that we have members of the class of 1964 with us this morning. They are seated down in the front, and I ask you, members of the class of 64, to please stand so that we may give you a rousing Southern welcome back to Southern. And now it is my great pleasure to welcome the president of the SCSU Alumni Association Board of Directors, Ms. Teresa Sirico.
Before I begin, I was asked to invite all the alumni, and Michelle Rochford Johnson, our alumni director, will be there. If you go to the atrium with your camera, they'll help you take pictures after this event. So graduates, I am honored to be here with you today to congratulate you on your accomplishments and to welcome you into our alumni family of 87,000 alumni from all 50 states and many foreign lands. Today, it is a milestone for you, and we would like you to also congratulate yourselves, those people who helped you get here today, whether it was your friends, your families, or your professors. You will make a difference in this world, and our simple request is that you stay in touch. You are part of the family. Tell us what's happening in your lives, your accomplishments, your achievements, and we in turn will tell you what is happening at the university. It is my pleasure to welcome the class of 2014 into our alumni family. You have our very best wishes, and you know you will make us proud. Godspeed, my fellow alum, Godspeed.
Good morning. It's now time for us to recognize the recipients of the J. Philip Smith Outstanding Teaching Awards. Here we recognize two of our outstanding faculty. One award is given to a full-time faculty member and one to a part-time faculty member. These faculty are nominated by you, our students, and by their colleagues, and they are indeed the best of the best. Now I'd like to call Professor Melissa Talhelm to the podium. Professor Talhelm, with your pedagogical methods reflecting your interests in the intersections between teacher and artist, you use creative modes of expression in the classroom to challenge your students to think in new ways. A former high school English teacher and a singer-songwriter interested in the craft of lyric composition, you earned your Bachelor of Arts degree in English, a Master of Teaching degree in secondary English, and a PhD in English education, all at the Curry School of Education at the University of Virginia. You joined Southern's English department as an assistant professor in 2006. Your colleagues attest to your tireless work in the classroom, on campus, and in national venues, and to your standing as a careful and successful teacher of teachers. Students laud your enthusiasm and professionalism and appreciate your encouragement of collaboration. For your dedicated commitment to student success through mentoring, support, and creative pedagogy, and for your dedication to helping students fulfill their potential both inside and outside the classroom, we are honored to present you with the J. Philip Smith Outstanding Teaching Award for 2014. Unfortunately, our other recipient is unable to be with us today, and I'm going to ask Professor Talhelm to accept the award for Professor Allison Bass. Professor Bass strives to create a classroom community where students can learn from each other's experiences, and she believes that her job as a professor is to foster growth and a love of learning. After earning a Bachelor of Arts degree in English from Western Carolina University, she completed a Master of Arts degree in English with an advanced graduate certificate in Women's Studies at Southern Connecticut State University. She began teaching at Southern in 2011. Professor Bass's colleagues admire her dedication to and advocacy for first-year students, and they note her gift for bonding with students and motivating them to excel in a variety of effective pedagogical approaches. In praising her professionalism and support, students call her one of the best teachers and describe her as caring and truly committed to their success. For her dedication to student success through engagement, advocacy, and support, and her commitment to inspiring growth and love of learning in students, we are honored to present the J. Philip Smith Outstanding Teaching Award for 2014 to Professor Allison Bass. President Papazian, it is my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of Southern Connecticut State University, to present to you our candidate for the honorary doctorate. Would Mr. Peter Worth, Jr. please step forward?
As a successful entrepreneur and philanthropist, you have distinguished yourself as a leader in the pharmaceutical industry. In 1982, you and your wife Pamela founded Chemworth, a Woodbridge, Connecticut-based pharmaceutical company. While you began the company with no product or customers, you were armed with an idea, drive, and experience. You swiftly found success in developing this full-service generic drug development and supply company and have introduced over 100 generic active pharmaceutical ingredients to regulated markets worldwide. Over the years, Chemworth has expanded its operations internationally to branches in Shanghai, China, and Hyderabad, India. Your pioneering spirit as a leader of this organization has guided the company's growth and success. As stellar as your pharmaceutical career has been, you find the greatest sense of purpose and pride in the Worth Family Foundation, which you established in 2001 as a private charitable foundation to promote philanthropy as a family activity. Through your foundation, you seek to give back to Connecticut's communities by supporting local organizations that positively impact area residents through innovative, pioneering programs in areas such as education, health, and social welfare. You have been called an entrepreneurial philanthropist for your passion for providing major funding to pilot programs with tremendous potential. Among the organizations supported by the Worth Family Foundation are Connecticut's Beardsley Zoo, the Connecticut Food Bank, Long Wharf Theater, New Haven Reads, Women's Health Research at Yale University, and Southern Connecticut State University. Over the past 8 years, you have shown an avid interest in the activities of students involved with Southern's Center for Coastal and Marine Studies, accompanying them on research expeditions into Long Island Sound, and providing stipends to more than 60 students to support hands-on laboratory or field experiences. For your business acumen and entrepreneurial vision, your community spirit, and your tireless commitment to improving the lives of current and future generations of Connecticut residents, Southern Connecticut State University takes great pride in awarding you, Peter J. Worth, Jr., the Doctor of Science honoris causa, given at New Haven, Connecticut, the 16th day of May in the year 2014. Round of applause. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education, I confer upon you, Peter Worth, Jr., the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa, and invest you with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In token thereof, I hand to you the diploma and direct that you be vested with the hood appropriate to your degree. Mr. Worth, it is my pleasure to congratulate you as the recipient of an honorary doctorate presented by Southern Connecticut State University. Why don't you stand one more time and take a round of applause? Thank you. And I just want to emphasize again how grateful our Southern community is for the support of Peter and Pamela Worth and the members of the Worth Family Foundation. They truly have promoted philanthropy as a family activity, building and educating for the next generation, and their commitment to public higher education is extraordinary. Thank you again, Peter. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce our undergraduate commencement speaker, Mr. Edward Asner. I know we all feel we've known him all our life, but I actually do want to read his intro because it's pretty amazing. One of the most honored actors in the history of television, Mr. Asner is perhaps best known for his comedic and dramatic crossover as the gruff but soft-hearted journalist Lou Grant. He originated the role in the landmark TV newsroom comedy, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and continued it in the drama series Lou Grant, which earned him 5 Emmys and 3 Golden Globe Awards. More recently, he played the role of Santa Claus. Lou Grant is Santa Claus. I love it. In the box office hit Elf with Will Ferrell and James Caan. And he supplied the voice of Carl Fredricksen in Pixar's 2009 box office hit Up. Up won Best Animated Feature Film at the 67th Annual Golden Globe Awards, as well as the Outstanding Animated Film Award at the 82nd Academy Awards. Mr. Asner has won more Emmy Awards for performing than any other male actor. He has more than 100 television credits and has lent his distinctive voice to commercials, books on tape, and popular cartoon shows, as well as appearing in dozens of motion pictures. He served as national president of the Screen Actors Guild for 2 terms and was inducted into the TV Academy Hall of Fame in 1996. In 2000, SAG presented him with the Ralph Morgan Award, given periodically for distinguished service to the organization's Hollywood membership. And in 2002, he was again honored by SAG for his career achievement and humanitarian accomplishment as the 38th recipient of the prestigious Life Achievement Award, presented annually to an actor who fosters the highest ideals of the profession. Also an accomplished stage actor, Mr. Asner has several New York City theater credits and for nearly 4 years has been touring the country as Franklin Delano Roosevelt in the critically acclaimed one-man show, FDR. In addition to his professional versatility, Mr. Asner has consistently served and committed himself to the rights of the working performer, in addition to advocating for human rights, world peace, environmental preservation, and political freedom. Among the many honors he has received throughout his career include the Anne Frank Human Rights Award, the Eugene Debs Award, Organized Labor Publications Humanitarian Award, ACLU's Workers' Rights Committee Award, and the National Emergency Civil Liberties Award. His presence with us today has a special resonance as his son Charles is a member of our graduating class. That's for you, Charles. Please give a rousing Southern welcome to Mr. Edward Asner.
I want to thank my handlers, Dr. Worth and President Papazian. I'd never have made it without them. I also want to thank Patrick Dilger, also known as Big D, Director of Public Affairs at Southern Connecticut State University, for giving me the honor of speaking at today's commencement ceremony. Now, sweating under this robe, I remembered why I went to California. We dry out there. And although I must say that in black, it looks good for fatties, don't you think? Yeah. I'll have to wear it more often, possibly at funerals. I know that you've been bitching and groaning and moaning during this past winter as the terrible, terrible, hard winter of 13-14. And it's raining outside now, and big rain's coming. That's why I'm sweating. But good God, would you rather be in San Diego burning up? They're destroying our forests. Yes, global warming, I think, is here. And it started in a little kitchen in San Diego. It gives me great pleasure to see you end one chapter of your lives while beginning a new, and to give at least one diploma to a Charles Edward Asner. He is, of course, Charles Edward Asner, CEA, and I'm sure that in a few short years, now that he has his BS degree from Southern, that he'll be able to change those initials to CEO. We can only hope. My short speech will be a little different than the one I delivered at my daughter's ceremony back in 1989, partly because it is short, and partly because, well, I'm short too, and partly because I'm older and smarter. I want you all to follow your dreams. I want to point out a few things to remember along the way. If you look up the most successful people in the world, there are common denominators. Leading the list is education. For example, student. Putin studied law. Obama attended Columbia University. Yeah. Xi Jinping earned a Doctor of Laws degree. Pope Francis earned a Master in Chemistry. Angela Merkel earned a doctorate as a physical chemist. Those two chemists might get together. Gates attended Harvard. Ben Bernanke went to Harvard and then MIT to earn his PhD. Mario Draghi got his doctorate at MIT. Michael Duke earned a BS in Industrial Engineering at Georgia Institute of Technology. And David Cameron received his BA in Philosophy, Politics, and Economics at Eton College and first-class honors degree at Oxford. This covers the top 10 most successful in the world. Now let us look at the most generous individuals in the world. Leading the list is once again Bill Gates. He has given more than $30 billion over the years, and his foundation will spend $10 billion on vaccines in the next 10 years. We're talking billions of dollars. We're talking real money, folks. Warren Buffett, nice guy, who was number 13 on the most successful list, has given away $30 billion. Part of this figure going to the creation of the Giving Pledge, which encourages 69 of the richest people to give. George Soros has given $8.3 billion to democracy and human rights causes. Gordon Moore $6.8 billion to science, environment, and education. Carlos Slim Helve, $4 billion for education and research. George Kaiser, $4 billion for schools and medical economics, clinics. Eli Broad, $2.6 billion to research at Harvard and MIT. Azim Prenji, $2.1 billion to schools. James Stewart, $2 billion for research. And Michael Bloomberg, your next door neighbor, $1.8 billion to universities. That's real money. Why am I sharing this with you? You're one step there. You're on your way to your first billion. You are now graduates. Go out and change the world for the better and give to it. Some of you attended the university because you wanted to learn and grow as individuals. Some had to fulfill requirements in order to work in their chosen profession. Some thought it would lead to success. Others went because their parents strongly urged them to. Well, we don't always listen to our parents, do we? Whatever the reason may be, you will all be better off because of it. That's for sure. There are 8 more. Give yourself a hand. Go on. There are 8 more common denominators with the most successful people listed in the Times article. And we'll share them with you because you possess each and every one of them. Let us start with diligence. You had to work hard and focus on what was in front of you for years, even on classes you didn't think were relevant at the time or had any interest in, because you had to complete it to graduate. Robert Frost said, "Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence." I was not diligent enough and dropped out. I know you know how to spell no, but you also know how to say it. The most successful people know how to say no so that they can finish what really matters to them. You have all had to say no to extracurricular activities or social engagements because of school the next day or because of a pending project or exam. You knew your limits. I have always wanted it all and lived limitlessly. That's why I'm a little overweight. Professionally, I have said yes to many jobs that were time-consuming and offered little or no pay. I have a problem saying no. Thirdly, you know who you are, what you are good at. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Education is the drawing out of the soul." Harvard professor Gautam Mukunda said, "More than anything else, know thyself. Know what your type is. Think about your own personality. For instance, if you're a classic entrepreneur, you can't work in an organization. Know that. I don't know myself. Who am I? I'm batted around, for heaven's sake. I don't know if I'm Lou Grant, Carl Fredrickson, or Santa most of the time. Oh, by the way, you're all off the naughty list. You have all started networking, whether it be with clubs, associations, internships, what have you. You know how to network, or at least I hope to God you do. Sure, I serve on boards of nonprofit organizations and associations and have donated, but I can't say I gained momentum in my career because of it. Call these memberships hobbies of mine. Most of you will greatly benefit in life if you network and give time of yourself to devote to causes that are important to you and your career. Believe it or not, you are creating your own good fortune by being outgoing, optimistic, and opening yourself up to new ideas. You have had to have been somewhat outgoing during university years. You certainly have exchanged ideas. I would hope so. And you had to stay positive in order to finish your degree. My streak of optimism and ability to stick with new ideas is limited. I might have a bright idea, but I lack the tenacity to carry it through. You possess a certain level of grit, which means that if you fall, you don't take too long getting back on your feet. You damn well better. It's harder than ever now. If you weren't selected for something or didn't do as well as you had hoped on an assignment or test, you learned from it somehow, some way, and moved on. Daniel J. Boorstin said, "Education is learning what you didn't even know you didn't know." I don't make mistakes. Therefore, I have nothing to move on from. Furthermore, if I fall, I can't get up at this point. You notice? Experiment a little if you haven't already. I don't mean necessarily at others' expense, but juggle your own ideas around and perhaps try one out. Even if you fail, you win for trying. Martin Luther King said, "Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." If you don't run with the idea, believe me, someone else will. Having a mentor keeps you sane, gives you direction. Find one wherever you land. It enables you to continue to learn and grow. I had a few mentors, but I feel I have been more of a mentor to others. There are going to be things in life you have control over and others you won't. For instance, there are more than 1.6 million students graduating with bachelor's degrees this year. The national unemployment rate has fallen 10% since 2009 and was 6.7% in March. Some baby boomers are still holding their jobs due to lack of retirement funds or non-existent pensions. Those with computer skills, business or healthcare degrees might have an easier time finding jobs, unless they need more schooling than, let's say, art majors. By the way, I enjoyed all the art on the top of your heads. You have control over your own future by deciding how to live and conduct your professional and personal lives. Technology is truly amazing, isn't it? Facebook, Twitter, texting, instant messaging, blogging, back-channeling, crowdsourcing, email, podcast, Skype, and the list goes on and on and on and on. As you are conquering the world and being socially interactive with new technologies, please remember this magnifies everything you do. Just a few months ago, I heard of an employee getting fired at a nonprofit organization because of how she conducted herself using social media, Facebook. I know someone else who won't even hire someone who has a Facebook page because of the fine line between professionalism and personal style. There are employers and staffing companies that say college graduates lack social and communication skills. Be cautious. as to the level of sharing with others via social media. One-on-one and face-to-face is still welcome and encouraged in business today. According to a Pew Research Center, survey, graduates earn more money and usually start out at higher levels than those without degrees. The Director of Research for the Institute for Higher Education Policy in D.C. takes it a step further by writing that all of society benefits when more people have college educations. Education leads to the following outcomes: participation in community service, voting in local and national elections, increases in understanding of other racial and ethnic groups, increases awareness and interest in school, city, and county council activities and state and local tax policies. Graduates typically are healthier because they have better access to preventive health care and retirement plans. Graduates, due to higher incomes, have more leisure time and provide better outcomes for their children. Graduates tend to have healthy children because of involved parenthood inside and outside of school. Graduates are typically healthier, so this reduces cost of government spending, unemployment, welfare, food programs, and other social programs, etc. Graduates make up only a quarter of those incarcerated. My. 3/4 are not college educated. So now that we've established that you have earning power with your degrees and lifelong character traits, remember the common denominator, go out and reap the many benefits your degrees will bring you. As former Maine Senator George Mitchell once said, if you do the very best you can, the future will take care of itself. Thank you.
Thank you, Anicia. Beautiful. Today, we award degrees to nearly 1,000 undergraduate students. Students who have achieved the exacting standard of excellence required for the baccalaureate degree. As each degree candidate comes forward, his or her name will be announced. A professional photographer will be taking commemorative photographs of each graduate, so we ask you not to leave your seats to take photos during the ceremony. Although we are about to begin the lengthiest part of our program, it is the most important. This is the part of the program where we recognize each student by name. Therefore, we ask you for your respectful attention during this time. The last name called is as important as the first. If we meet this expectation of respect for one another, then the pageantry and solemnity of the commencement ceremony will be fulfilled and our time for celebration can begin. Following the presentation of the diplomas and after the graduates have all returned to their seats, President Papazian will officially confer degrees upon all the members of the class of 2014. We ask that all graduates remain at their seats until the conclusion of the ceremony. We will begin with graduates from the School of Health and Human Services. They will be presented by Dean Gregory Pavisa and Professor Esther Howe. They will be followed by the School of Education with Interim Dean Deborah Newton and Professor Ruth Aaron. The School of Business with Dean Ellen Jernan and Professor Robert Forbes. And then the School of Arts and Sciences with Dean Stephen Breeze and Associate Dean Bruce Koch. When the graduates are assembled, I invite Dean Pavisa to begin. Will the students in the School of Health and Human Services please stand? Okay. Marshals, lead the students.
President Papazian, it is our pleasure to present the candidates from the School of Health and Human Services.
Brittany Nemzik.
Anne-Marie Zielinski.
Juan Jose Rodriguez, Jr.
Brianne Elaine Shepard. Alexandra T. Volsi.
Emily Elizabeth Tucker.
Alexandra Marini.
Taylor Baroni.
Janine Elizabeth Hodge.
Corinne Elizabeth Lee.
Cum laude, Margaret Misterling.
Cum laude, Catherine Amadon McGinnis Mitchell.
Magna cum laude, Jessica L. Shabathi.
Agnieszka Payor.
Stephanie Lynn Gibson.
Cum laude, Megan Randall.
Lauren Ann Oliveira.
Kendra Lynn Sullivan.
Cum laude, Hannah Lauren Fraley.
Magna cum laude, Jamie Lynn Fortin.
Robert Peter Gozolin.
Sueli Lima.
James Anthony Zaveris IV.
Magna cum laude, Christina Brower.
Corey Alexander Katz.
Alyssa Ehlers,
Lindsay Grace Meyer,
Vote Shamba,
Samantha Nicole Geffert,
Tatiana Lynn Smith,
Margaret A. Antwi,
Sydney Elizabeth Moskwa,
Stephen Anthony Como,
Melissa Ann Crichton,
Natalie Louise Parfit,
magna cum laude, Allison Noel Muller,
Jessica Michelle Lagasse,
Amanda Lynn Espinoza Victor,
Rachel Julia Ross,
Ingrid Texera Furky,
Michael Thomas Schmadlin,
Amanda Noel Procino,
Amelia Joanne Polkowski,
Alyssa Rose Brochu,
Caitlin Elizabeth Flynn,
Kristen Elizabeth Sewi,
magna cum laude, Kara Elizabeth Halsey,
summa cum laude, Rose Nicole D'Amico,
summa cum laude, Mary Catherine Mohide,
Lauren Haas,
cum laude, Rebecca Caitlin DeMattia,
Karine Narcissus, Tamika,
Shadima I. Gober,
Tamika Harper,
cum laude, Kiera Irelis Collado,
Tay Chanel S. Davis,
cum laude, Trina Hole,
Jennifer Ann Valley,
Catherine Ann DeLahey,
Maxine Alexandria Gleason,
Heather C. Foster,
Kylie Amber Makowski,
Jocelyn Ann Pasco,
cum laude, Colleen Elizabeth Kaiser,
magna cum laude, Amanda Jean Archon,
magna cum laude, Jacqueline Zara,
Devlin Julia Powers,
cum laude, Rebecca Louise Cram,
cum laude, Mary Grace Salvi,
cum laude, Rachel Ann Colston,
Dana Rose Toscano,
Samantha Lynn Barbesi,
cum laude, Lauren Elizabeth Hackett,
Ellen Marie Andrusco,
Allison Anderson,
Emily Elizabeth Horan,
Krista Lee Lopez,
cum laude, Lindsay Brooke Kaufman,
Caitlin M. Wessick,
Magdalena Pierre,
cum laude, Aguhe Anguele,
magna cum laude, Jacqueline Fetzner,
Katerina Elizabeth Jacobs,
Rachel Elizabeth Menace,
Chelsea Marie Gallio,
cum laude, Valerie Ann Lupo,
Ashley June Frangione,
magna cum laude, Wendy Marie Okowinski,
Charisse N. Weir,
Haley Lynn Eccleston,
Lauren Heather Chassan,
Ellen Tracy Ormine,
Alexa Lynn Carolyn,
James V. Esposito,
magna cum laude, Sadie Kathleen Hartel,
Nicole Kristen Sinnett,
Juliana Marie Parati,
cum laude, Jessica B. Schmidt,
Angela Ray Uline,
magna cum laude, Kristen Erin Whitley,
Robert Turcott,
Kelsey Lynn Carpenter,
Madison K. Sherman,
magna cum laude, Deaver Jill E.O.,
magna cum laude, Lee Marie Storti,
Sarah Elizabeth Provenzano,
Laura Jean O'Brien,
summa cum laude, Joan Lynn Simonovich,
summa cum laude, Danielle Mary Samancic,
Dominic Ingrid Laura Enbo,
cum laude, Rebecca Ajoshi Kawashi,
Glenn W. Bernudi Jr.,
Cum laude, Samantha Carroll.
Cum laude, Jessica Danielle Frisco.
Dominica A. Smega.
Jenna McManus.
Cum laude, Alexa Swan.
Cum laude, Samantha M. Ballas.
Cum laude, Caitlin Lee Delury.
Patricia M. Clark.
Christopher Chabert.
Mia Nicole Stevenson.
Zenatu Agrinan.
Cum laude, Soraya Carmen Celestine.
Alexa M. Revoir.
Caitlin B. O'Brien.
Cum laude, Lauren Elizabeth McVeigh.
Michael John Salter.
Stephanie Elizabeth Santos.
Vlad Stesilevich.
Rachel Marlene Lewis.
Elisa Gagliardi.
Cum laude, Fatima Kolanovic.
Magna cum laude, Gail Eileen Dale.
Melissa Marie Link.
Cum laude, Linda Nicole Ferraro.
Magna cum laude, Rachel Kelly Henderson.
Magna cum laude, Leah Mezek.
Rachel Elizabeth McDougall.
Gregory Russell Iworks.
Haley S. Vincent.
Christina Peters.
Joseph P. Veloso.
Zainab Ekbal.
Latanya Wolf.
Vernice Richardson.
Shannon Wu.
Stephanie C. Nevins.
Melissa Brooke Geringer.
Magna cum laude, Kellyanne Coffey.
Kelsey Marie Rothline.
Naja Halina Alahi.
Jamie Taylor Weingarten.
Kyle Raymond MP.
Kelsey Margaret Kosarko.
Jeffrey Edgar Silva Jr.
John Marullo.
Karanja King.
Anthony Lorenzo Ruglio.
Giovanni Rivera.
Cum laude, Cynthia Castrigan.
Jonathan A. Raphael.
Deidre Scruggs.
Stephanie Lynn Potts.
Summa cum laude, Elise Marie Piper.
Philip A. McDermott.
Denise McNaught.
Moni S. Smith Okran.
Alicia Sharp.
Summa cum laude, Catherine Maureen Gartzu.
Allison Nicole Velarde.
Devon R. Conroy.
Anne Marie Sullivan.
Derek James Emmerich.
Elizabeth Rose Patrick.
Genevieve Roy.
Stacy Lee Karen.
Caitlin Danielle Axton.
Chardell Lovett Todd.
Francesca Quitant.
Claudine Constant.
Summa cum laude, Amy Kathleen Dingus.
Emily Duzlick.
Yesenia Cardona.
Fritzner Marent.
Cum laude, Kirby Palace.
Chelsea Ray Sears.
Joshua Daniel Lublin.
Kevin Thomas Knapp.
Aaron Lamar Brockenberry.
Stephen Teague.
Casey Alexander Trisaco.
Trevon Hamlet.
Rashad Slowly.
Justin Glenn Lavasser.
Shayla A. Roundtree.
Jasmine L. Crawford.
Naomi Adam Jesse.
Luisa Mwamba Astina.
Jordan Barry Herman.
Kelly Pereira.
Jessica Ann Mandel.
Alyssa Riley Gartell.
Colleen Ann Gore.
Ashley Rose Grippo.
Cheryl Ann Eberg.
Sydney Shanae Streeter.
Hannah Ruth Palmer.
Emily Shike Lafanda.
Karen Bermudez.
Cum laude, Shania Dawn Wilkinson.
Ross McGibney.
Carly A. Sales.
Taylor Elaine Thompson.
Lauren Lynn Napoli.
Janice I. Lara.
Tiffany Donovan.
Olivia Ann Goforth.
Chanel Hauser.
Rebecca Lynn Rowland.
Stephanie Pierre Charles.
Kaylin Nicole Lewis.
Danelle Marie Lynn Saunders.
Efrain Madera.
Christian Alejandro Sinchi.
Cum laude, Laura Lynn Farnsworth.
Jessica Lee Porubin.
Cum laude, Angela Lena Guilfoyle.
Joseph V. Matai.
Danielle O'Connor.
Tabitha M. King.
Krista Alston.
Magna cum laude, Jennifer Serrano.
Michelle Johanna Kyer.
Michelle Cardozo Morera.
Jennifer Lynn Doolin.
Lisa Loresette.
Taylor Hurd.
Cynthia Green.
Jerona Robinson.
Fatu Sharif.
Kara Marie Westbrook.
Sarah Ray Skinner.
Corey Matthew Sharnick.
Tracy Williams.
Mary Enta.
Cum laude, Alicia Martinez.
Megan Elizabeth Jackson.
Chantel Marie Lowe.
Stephanie Teixeira Silva.
Desiree Nicole Emarzirnian.
Chastity Chandler.
Jasmine Nicole Jones.
Amy Melillo.
Jeffrey Thomas Roche.
Magna cum laude, Stephen Philip Lochavo.
Cum laude, David H.G. Six.
Brandon Eric Jordan.
Dexter David Rodriguez.
Joyce Ferrucci.
Blair O'Rourke.
That's it.
Ashley N. Bureau.
President Papazian, it is our pleasure to present the candidates from the School of Education. Christopher J. Hazelton.
Eric William Rothbart.
Cum laude, Erin Therese McGuckin.
Michelle Lee Springer.
Kyle F. Petro.
Magna cum laude, Anna M. Kleben.
Magna cum laude, Caitlin May Salter.
Amber Lee Bjork.
Summa cum laude, Jennifer Rose Hebert.
Kimberly M. Stevens.
Samantha Lee Stevenson.
Stephanie L. Krager.
Stephanie Marie Esposito.
Summa cum laude, Ashley Erica Testa.
Catherine Ann Mitchell.
Anthony James Cusello.
Cum laude, Tracy Tangarif.
Alyssa Megan Duffy.
Sid M. Muniz.
Kimberly Standish.
Alicia Danielle Legel.
Jacqueline Marie Kukta.
Cum laude, Innervis Burgos.
Lauren Alexandra Lucas.
Krista Michelle Benjamin.
Peter Salvatore Bonanno.
Monica Taylor Rowe.
Danielle Florence Kaufman.
Magna cum laude, Lauren Kathleen Mikulak.
Jessica L. Petruzzelli.
Michelle Mary Bonini.
Cum laude, Aaron Michaels.
Erica Michaels.
Cum laude, Kathy N. Coleman.
Melissa A. Mancy.
Jennifer Lynn Emery.
Lindsay Catherine Pusak.
Stephen Joseph Lombardi.
Caitlin Ann Cordero. Katrina, sorry.
Casey Marie Richardson.
Dimitri N. Drotsopoulos.
Joshua Haywood McHugh Turner.
Starvos Burgetos.
Richard Sutphin.
Nicholas Anthony LeBron.
Deborah Howard.
Richard Kyle LaPera.
Nicholas Paul Joba.
Cum laude, Ian Bobis.
Caitlin Marie Dowler.
Cum laude, Jessica Rose McGallis.
Ashley L. Perrone.
Melissa Mary Elizabeth Massaro.
Brittany Charlotte Lechner.
Alyssa Maria Paolella.
Dante Plesizo.
Michael William Cipriani.
Lynette Martinez.
Magna cum laude, Caitlin Hoffman.
Stephen L. Sasso.
Cum laude, Sarah K. Seabury.
Darnell T. Brown.
Megan Nicoletta.
Jonathan Salvatore Ercolino.
Jose Zito Cortorial.
Tyler Chappis.
Matthew Anthony Mancuso.
Christopher John Babcock.
Tyler Albrecht.
David Antonio Medina.
Joseph DeLuca.
Thomas Kennedy.
Anthony Peter Lowell.
Wesley M. Katrenya.
Cum laude, Brittany Marie Dobovic.
Travis McCann.
Cum laude, Anthony N. Simonis.
Jacob Robert Cruz.
Allison Marie Sheff.
Cum laude, Ashley Ann D. Oblena.
Robin Heather Donaldson.
Julia Michelle Muscarella.
Emily Catherine Daddario.
Cheyenne Marie Mayo.
Christopher Michael Mann.
Anne Ambrogio.
Cum laude, Allison Fernandez.
Magna cum laude, Sarah Elizabeth McConey.
Michelle Elizabeth DeLisa.
Magna cum laude, Marcella Schrader.
Edwal Anson Pierre.
Mark Christian Kersey.
President Papazian, it is our pleasure to present the candidates from the School of Business. Jessica J. Parkins.
Magna cum laude, Anna Daly.
Kamel Sumra.
Dominic Francis Pasquarello.
Kathleen Spencer Powell.
Jeff Francois Pierre.
Landon David Canyon.
Michael Anthony Soto.
Khalid Jamil Ellis.
Summa cum laude, Matthew A. Mackin.
Nanyelu Wakafor.
Troy Stephen Selaka.
Michael Wood.
Cum laude, Joseph A. Markarian.
Magna cum laude, Michael B. Murray.
Cum laude, Nicholas John Guido.
Harinder Singh.
Louis Sosa.
Julie Nicole Deacon.
Danielle M. Riccio.
Jason Golden.
Brendan Michael Magner.
James Thomas DeCecchi.
Adam Andre Klopp.
Amal Abdelrahman Mohammed.
Salah Muhammad Masad.
Manpreet Kaur.
Janley Grace Castro.
Jessica Nicole Lord.
Hillary Ann Wheeler.
Craig John Skowagan Jr.
Anda Mia Bituta.
Victoria Paige Bertrand.
Alyssa Marie Morel.
Andrew Lockwood Stoddard.
Thomas John Carissimi.
Carly Capuano.
Cum laude, Emily Snow Killalay.
Jenny Liana Marco.
Magna cum laude, Morgan Loren Green.
Olivia Sarah Curtis.
Tyler J. Grant.
Nicholas Pesanis.
Thomas J. Mullinex.
Anthony Raymond Croce.
Ann K. Carasoni.
Mirari Sepulveda.
Brianna Lynn McCormack.
Justin J. DiGiovanni.
Daniel Six.
Lamar Lee Robinson Jr.
Chase L. Fuller.
Caitlin Michelle Byron.
Melita Feratovic.
Luke Martin Drenzek.
Mirna Abu Hamzi.
Gerald Marcus Luter.
Paige Rajane Stock.
Omar Ali Beliti.
Dante A. Glenn.
Vincenzo Gagliardi.
Twain Vincent Forth.
Jose Lara.
Gerard Gustafson.
David Salvatore Boria.
Maxwell Clay Malillo.
Keith William Bennett.
Kevin Collier Kaiser.
Michael L. McDaniel.
Gregory Zyko.
Joshua Hong.
Cum laude, Alyssa J. Werner.
Mariah Olympia Lapointe.
David Anthony Baviello.
Brittany LaFond.
Fernanda Pastimo.
Brett Riccitelli.
Jake Barrett.
David Sandio.
Morgan Dion, cum laude.
Sean Charles Mador.
Taylor Tedesco.
Shannon Marie French.
Jeffrey Silva Gomes.
Patrick Wayne McConnell.
Brian Keith Butler Jr.
Alyssa Louise Espinel.
Darius Henry Jones.
Christina Marie Cardoza.
Cum laude, Cheryl Ann Connick.
James W. Clack.
Babita Ramlal.
Marissa Jade Davidson Predum.
Bouvi Lou.
Cum laude, Alexander Belowski.
Emma Somerville.
Peter Schoenfelder Walter.
Tiffany Lynn Simpson.
Cum laude, Christopher Scott Folsom.
Magna cum laude, Kaylee Elliott Martin.
Nazreen Sultana.
Patrick Wayne Zaccarelli.
Janelle M. Wynn.
Nellie Sayati.
Michael Patrick Kennedy.
Jonathan Tayshawn Andino Jr.
Maria Grazia De Nicola.
Jessica Acosta.
Ankor Varadia.
Den X Nguyen.
John Paul Andrich.
President Papazian, it is our distinct pleasure to present the candidates for the School of Arts and Sciences.
Cum laude, Sarah Ann Santora.
Artina Coma.
Stephen Francis Gable.
Magna cum laude, Adam Jeffrey Kelly.
Cum laude, Chelsea Shalitzi.
Jacqueline DeVita.
Magna cum laude, Michael Tenney.
Cum laude, Marion Carmalu.
Magna cum laude, Megan Ann Carroll.
Susan Lynn Mitchell.
Ginger Lynn Rogers.
Rebecca Ann Morgan.
Alyssa Barnhart.
Cum laude, Maxwell Edwin Dunn.
Milton John Sharn IV.
Cum laude, William Robert Burns.
Chelsea Marie Griffa.
Nicole Velasquez.
Magna cum laude, Megan Cecilia Granfield.
Jesse Saba.
Carissa Lynn Renkowitz.
Benjamin Francois.
Arthur Joseph Guerra Jr.
Magna cum laude, Rachel Amarate.
Kevin F. Dahlberg.
Diana Prushko.
Michael Paul Joden Jr.
Magna cum laude, Samuel P. Hilwa.
Trevor Thomas Wynn.
Caitlin Rebecca Pecora.
Magna cum laude, Lauren Federico Perrone.
Melissa Russo.
Olivia Marie Buffalini.
Cum laude, William S. Posta.
Caitlin Ann Ayers.
Jacqueline Byrne.
Andrew T. Lautenschlager.
Carolina Valencia.
Cum laude, Max William Demusis.
Ifana Estime.
Ashley Stiegler.
Elizabeth Sinto.
Cum laude, Kaylee Elizabeth Mills.
Kaisha Hart.
Tamila Francis Jemmett.
Luanda Frederick.
Simone L. Collins.
Caitlin Blumakti.
Modeste Atsagu.
Summa cum laude, Jason Cannon.
Sarah Michelle Shields.
Magna cum laude, Molly Ann O'Reilly.
Victoria M. Bailey.
Simone Champagne.
Melissa Marie Farfone.
Jordan Ringwood.
Cum laude, Shannon Kathleen McHale.
Caitlin Mary Calandre.
Megan E. Lamb.
Rebecca Munez.
Jennifer Dawn Leno.
Magna cum laude, David Cole.
Catherine Evelyn Sedlock.
Chelsea Ray Trella.
Brian Gregory Bickford.
Kristen Elizabeth Pezzavato.
Raisa Natalie Florentino.
Cum laude, Rosalie Corolin.
Javerne Cole.
Cum laude, Michael A. Rabier.
Magna cum laude, Caitlin Ann McCree.
Daniel Morales.
Sarah F. Lanouville.
Joseph Ianute.
Vaughn Lee McGee.
Cum laude, James Admans.
Carlton James Staggers.
Cum laude, Molly Ann Meniz.
Jamie Iannotti.
Cum laude, Megan Elizabeth Ritt.
Rachel L. Edwards.
Cum laude, Marlo J. Del Chiaro.
Cum laude, Colleen Catherine Nolan Swift.
Adam Davenport.
Joanna Vallejo.
Kristen Carpentier.
Sandy Joanna Salazar.
Cum laude, Jade Elizabeth Miller.
Michael Anthony DiCaprio.
Ashley Marie Trebka.
Christopher Marullo.
Jordan Wells.
Adrian Gardner.
Magna cum laude, Christine Gillespie.
Magna cum laude, Chelsea Lynn Pellegrino.
Jennifer Meldon.
Justine April Konecki.
Chelsea R. Knight.
Kaylee McCowan.
Sasha Oblines.
Kenny Gracia.
Chantal Patrick.
Angela Denise Hayes.
Katrina Perkins.
Michelle Elizabeth Olson.
Kristen Relian.
Magna cum laude, Alexis Marie
Taylor
Moreau.
Dunnigan.
Christopher Bryce Elliott.
Corday Adieme.
Cum laude, Bridget Verab.
Douglas Relya.
Gretchen Huerta.
Patrizio Dante Arpaia.
Cum laude. Cum laude, Vivian Adele Phelan.
Amanda Showman.
Shanae Monique Lynch.
Joshua Diaz.
Lauren Frank.
Jessina Sanchez.
Lauren P. Mullins.
Megan Stansfield.
Summa cum laude, Jacqueline Torsios.
Jessica Redding.
Melanie N. Hewlett.
Travis Benedict.
Kelly Bianchi.
Amy Wynn.
Marilix Santiago.
Mark L. Diofrano.
Magna cum laude, Tatiana Allen.
Wendy Elizabeth Molina.
Magna cum laude, Timothy Lee Carlson, Jr.
Oskema Francesca.
Amanda Marie Giangrande.
Caroline Elizabeth Marlur.
Alexander H. Hasimovich.
Jeanette Eschner.
Victor E. Moreno.
Huda Khalid.
Rachel Teresa Lair.
Shakea M. Douglas.
Vanessa Villard.
Christy Lee Frederici.
Amanda Lisa Liu.
William Fay.
Jenny Barbarena.
Malcolm John Smiley.
Sarah Rose McDermott.
Marcus Lopez.
Cum laude, Rebecca Lee Matson.
Jordan Taylor.
Joshua Hudson.
Mashaila Wilson.
Devin Maria Dobran.
Rihanna Lynn Bahuniak.
Stacy Lynn Rios.
Cum laude, Sarah Jacobowitz.
Magna cum laude, Alyssa Marie Fortunato.
Alyssa Corsaro.
Nicole Elizabeth Marquito.
Erica Colon.
Magna cum laude, Ashley Jordan Webster.
Chavez Sab.
Naina Rana.
Jasmine Jones Mills.
Shaden Chantol Natasha Barrett.
Doris Dorvillier.
Latish I. White.
Keisha Nicole Primo.
Cum laude, Shania Sharika Legore.
Cum laude, Patrick Edward Healy.
Malcolm George Stanley.
Raika Belo.
Stephanie Erica Davis.
Angie Denise Cooper.
Fernando A. Betancourt.
Jaquanda Wright.
Kristen I. Muley.
Simone Blair Harris.
Jasmine Carice Sherald.
Amanda Morissette.
Shadeen Vanessa Neal.
Jennifer Lynn Hoffer.
Corinne Angelina Grace.
Bailey Ellis Brumbach.
Ivy Lee E. Rosario.
Heather Jade Francie.
Jamila Lee Young.
Jordan Ryan Duncan.
Gabriella Irby.
Christina R. James.
Christopher M. Clark.
Patrice Ann Larice Brown.
Ebony Katrina Gaines.
Cum laude Maricel Picarillo.
Maribel Ayola.
Theodora Antar.
Thelma Ree Newkirk.
Serena Simmons.
Michael Christopher White.
Brian Anthony Ramos.
Michael Costines.
Cum laude Nicole Delolio.
Cum laude Darren Weiren Yip.
Johnny Yuang.
Boris A. Gonzalez.
Megan L. Oskins.
Shalea V. Knight White.
Julie Vanessa Moreno.
Jamie Caballero.
Bernardo Martin Falcon.
Felicia Carolina Palmer.
Coydette Richards.
Isabel Cohn.
Alicia Rochelle Wallace.
Jennifer D. Armistead.
Rashida Marie Shockley.
Brandon Lee Rothschild.
Jasmine Renee Brown.
Ashley Michelle Bowman.
Maxwell Haddad.
Tori R. Withington.
Rodican? Gina Marie Rodican.
Melissa L. Havacan.
Summa cum laude, Alexandra Claire Murray.
Amanda Soa.
Magna cum laude, Georgia Russell.
Magna cum laude, Joseph Grillo.
Anthony Finelli.
Jillian Mary Fiedler.
Mary Brianna Alisea.
Charles I. Nixon Jr.
Colby J. Hoffman.
Kenneth T. Apple Jr.
Cum laude, Joa Joaquim.
Donald Joseph Melodia Jr.
Jamie Michael Beardsley.
Andres Woolert.
Marcus Delorio.
Brian Mochi.
Matthew Prakup.
Timothy Donovan.
John Vincent Eno.
Jesse Schock.
Michael Dennis Staffura.
Joshua Matthew Stevenson.
Anthony Scott Ulano.
Daniel A. Wheeler.
Selena Jordan Spain.
Amanda Marie Wilson.
Magna cum laude, Toni Lynn Bocchino.
Ashley M. Hickey.
Magna cum laude, Chloe Elizabeth Ashcroft.
Ashley R. Deldana.
Katie Lynn Brown.
Sarah Rose Ardito.
Cassandra Talmadge Joyce.
Grace Elizabeth Marlowe.
Alexis Jennifer Martin.
Lauren Christine Drenken.
Lindsay Nicole Vitale.
Kevin Menasardi.
Andrew Tosi.
Amber Lagasse.
Magna cum laude, Michelle Tyler Burke.
Juana Yanez.
Chelsea Marie Hebert.
Jason Ricardo Facey.
Margodene Van Riel.
Jesse Thomas Krall.
Emmanuel Simpini.
Tiffany Marie Annunziata.
Michael Daniel Petrus II.
Magna cum laude, Anthony
Jeremy
Cyril
Merrill.
Hasabella.
Magna cum laude.
Brittany Grace Kinzerski.
Magna cum laude, Erin Elizabeth Hoffman.
Hazel Lee Dewey.
Summa cum laude, Heather A. Fleming.
Magna cum laude, Marissa Aaron Fazino.
Chevelle Burrell.
Sandra L. Bodwin.
Jessica Polycarp.
Lauren Justine Elizabeth Howe.
Laura Marie Pisano.
Magna cum laude, Chrysalyn Angelina Rosselli Stanco.
Mindy Marie Diadio.
Shalina McCrae.
Melanie Sable.
Nadia Tamam Matar.
Brianne Patricia Kane.
Samantha Nicole Rijos.
Lee R. R. Mastronardi.
Stephanie Ashley Buchanan Dunn.
Samantha Abdel Morasi.
Urania Athanasios Bletsas.
Brittany Verlinda Brown.
Diane M. Quito.
Kirsten Zarnowski.
Alexandra Lee DeVincentis.
Magna cum laude. Laura Warner Dudek.
Emily Elizabeth Daigle.
Cum laude. Samantha Jennifer O'Neill.
Michael P. Donovan Jr.
Lance M. Lambert.
Julie Beth Christensen.
Magna cum laude. Dakota Giambrillo.
Samson Amarico Rutkin.
Elizabeth A. Taylor.
Judith Ruth Munier.
Thomas Cosgrove.
Carissa Ann Card.
Samantha Angerman.
Cum laude, Kathleen M. Pistolis.
Suzanne Elizabeth Heston.
Catherine Manente.
Sarah Lynn Brousseau.
Cum laude, Nicole Lee Morin.
Nicole Marie Naples.
Angela R. Fusco.
Carolee Ostashevsky.
Erica J. Widener.
Magna cum laude. Gabriella Marie Russo.
Leslie D. Newcomb.
Magna cum laude. Lauren Marie Linares.
Teresa Catherine Chassie.
Jenica Quilla.
Crystal Lynn Damon.
Caitlin M. Morico.
Maura Catherine Powers.
Corinne Elizabeth Latham.
Magna cum laude, David Mark Coelho.
Mark K. Youssef.
Magna cum laude, Jamie Lee Lawler.
Ahmed M. Galal.
Armin Stanley.
Marissa C. Prescott.
Cum laude, Laura J. Popolo.
Sarah Catherine Edwards.
Danielle G. LeBlanc.
Kathleen Ann Santomaso.
Shannon E. Hubler.
Margaret Lynn Card.
Shannon M. Johnson.
Gregory A. Yuva.
Jessica Labasco.
Elena S. Miller.
Jessica Marie Rotuno.
Lauren Rosetta.
Magna cum laude, Kristen Victoria Rosbach.
Cum laude, Jordan Sims.
Summa cum laude, Sarah Elizabeth Greco.
Michelle Xenia Girage.
Shelby Elizabeth McIndale.
Jamie Dooling.
Michelle Nancy Stevens.
Magna cum laude, Pamela K. Brooks.
Cum laude, Tiffany Barnett.
Bianca N. Gambardella.
Catherine Ann Scarpetti.
Mary Deanna Fenton.
Thomas Bartow.
Shaquana Cobbs.
Eric Jerome Jenkins.
Jamie Lynn Jagnito.
Kelly A. Clark.
Kayla Tarantino.
Cum laude, Courtney Lynn Bougier.
Cum laude, Wendy Chin.
Nicole Girard.
Cum laude, Catherine Lindsay Grushka.
Christina Marie Dombrowski.
Cum laude, Robert Richard Riccio.
Ryan Patrick Kelly.
Cum laude, Zachary Adam Thomas.
Benjamin D. Antek.
Cum laude, Lindsay Marie Lockhart.
John Ross Sisson.
Magna cum laude, Sean Thomas Smith.
Jacqueline Rose Fagno.
Olivia Diamicas.
Megan L. Lawrence.
Danielle Gale.
Magna cum laude, Victoria Anna Iacona.
Russell Edward Ensinger.
Daniel Lametta.
Amanda Kate Jerlotka.
Andrew Stephen Fedor.
Kelly Elizabeth Ligori.
Magna cum laude, Shannon Marie Cook.
Summa cum laude, Kira Ann Adams.
Hannah E. Anderson.
Dana Jill Karp.
Chandel Sheila Gibbs.
Tanea Lawshon Moore.
Ryan J. Kennefick.
Alexander Dominguez.
Fabe Vielo.
Sarah Ann Lombardi.
Tasia C. Herring.
Marquita Bent.
Jeffrey Littlestone.
Summa cum laude, Sarah Lynn Pestalozzi.
Brecken C. Knapp.
Matthew A. Piscatelli.
Fantasia Shanae Gordon.
Thomas Beliveau.
Andrew T. McLean.
Magna cum laude, Matthew Joseph Bonini.
Gregory Robert Dagata.
Jose A. Lara Jr.
Charles Asner.
Jacqueline Guzman.
Natalie Jimenez.
Kristen N. Giblin.
Denanti McKinney.
Timothy Albert.
Nicole Shashinka.
Christina Weil.
Jennifer Nicole Phillips.
Michael Paul Downs.
Christina McLaughlin.
Magna cum laude, Joseph John Schifferdecker.
Shane Kavanaugh Day.
Jeffrey Marker.
Cum laude, James Francis Mormon.
Tyler W. Kekak.
Magna cum laude, Natalie Rose Schriefer.
Angela Panicia.
Cum laude, Shannon Ann Russo.
Kelsey Smith.
Cum laude, Christine Ashley Katrenya.
Donatien Girangi.
Cum laude, Sunil Kumar.
Brittany Amber Baudry.
Christine Marie Turcott.
Corrine Elizabeth Carlson.
Jonathan D. Ribniak.
Jonathan Lamont.
Matthew B. Musket.
Nicole Teresa Spigarolo.
Benjamin Abrahamson.
Joseph Shala.
Michelle C. Nantel.
Nicole Lynn Dietrich.
Kevon Samuels.
Kayla Glenn.
Harley Gufar.
Jamie Carpio.
Bridget Heenan.
Brittany Leanne Tobin.
Magna cum laude, Laura Elizabeth Richard.
Rhiannon Sarah Ursuli.
Oscar G. Castillo.
Hannah Olson.
Joseph M. Palico.
Cameron Ostafin.
Michael Joseph Brown.
Thomas Casarini.
Cum laude, Natalie Marie Lavin.
Lisa Borelli.
Brittany Charles Howard.
Michael Turner.
Nicole Esther Flockus.
Timothy Snipes.
Jason Michael Kelly.
Magna cum laude, Mark William Becquar.
Edison Andrade.
James T. Smith.
Julio E. Mancilia.
Gerald Cascagni.
Rebecca A. Nazario.
Maria L. Sosa Ortiz.
Chantel C. Dickerson.
Peter Frateroli.
Alyssa Joy Krinsky.
Alicia Butler.
Sarah Elizabeth DiLorenzo.
Lauren Maria Sullivan.
Gabriella Hood.
Jorge Stephen Arenas.
James Richard Zumo.
Christine Fairchild.
Sarah Kirschbaum.
Karen Valencia.
Bajat M. Ahmad.
Ryan Patrick Garesio.
Kashaya Christine Dupre Hill.
Kimberly Lynn Powers.
Manuel Angel Aldorando Jr.
Felicia Nunes.
Lauren Gloria Greeter.
Jeffrey Rodriguez.
Caitlin Elizabeth Girity.
Joshua Alonzo Mowat.
Hannah Elizabeth Skihan.
Nathaniel Webb.
Kentuan Maurice Goodchild Watson.
Sarah E. Thomas.
Louis Apuso.
Karina Elizabeth Hume.
Michael Lake.
Alan Joseph Amendola.
Nin Trong. Cum laude.
David Cifuentes.
Bansri Rajesh Patel.
Zelda Ojiaman.
Everton Grant McGann.
Karen Jaime.
Ave Renee Rivera.
Cum laude, Crystal Tejeja.
Audria Deirdre Tricarico.
Cum laude, Kiera Chamiski.
Cindy St. Price.
Shiana Marie Perotti.
Jonathan Aloysius Sackett.
Now I want you to know, graduates, you haven't actually received your degrees yet. So they still need to be conferred. So we're going to wait. We're going to let everybody take their seat. And then I'm going to confer the actual degrees on you. So hang on. We're getting close. We're almost there. Just another minute. Will all the members of the Southern Connecticut State University class of 2014 please rise? You ready? This is what you've been waiting for. You're ready, right? All right, here we go. But you got to listen. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Connecticut State Colleges and Universities Board of Regents for Higher Education, I confer upon you the appropriate degree, and I invest you with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereunto. Graduates of the class of 2014, it's done actually. Now that you are officially graduates of Southern Connecticut State University, please move your tassels to the left side of your caps. Let's applaud all the way to New Haven. One more time. I hereby declare the 2014 commencement exercises of Southern Connecticut State University to be adjourned. Congratulations to you all. Please remain in your seats until the procession has recessed. Thank you.